The Albanian Revolt of 1847 was a 19th-century uprising in southern Albania directed against Ottoman Tanzimat reforms which started in 1839 and were gradually being put in action in the regions of Albania. One of the characteristics of the uprising was the absence of known Bey families among its leaders and the massive participation of the peasants. In Albanian communist historiography, this event is also called the Great Peasant Uprisings. Background: the primary aim of the Tanzimat reforms was that of creating a strong modern local apparatus with which to govern the empire. The old privileges were abolished and taxes were to be collected from Ottoman officials, rather than by local Albanian beys. After the uprising in Kosovo of 1844, the Ottoman Porte declared the application of the Tanzimat reforms in southern Albania. Albanian Sanjaks were reorganized. Hasan Pashrioni was appointed the head of Berat Sanjak, which would include the regions of Vlora, Malakaster, Scrappa and Permith. His forces began putting the new reforms into action, disarming the population and requesting new taxes. Revolt. Albanian peasants in southern Albania reacted to the actions of Ottoman administration, and in June 1847, their representatives met in Mesaplik. In a memorandum sent to the Turkish Sultan, they declared that they would not send soldiers in the regular army, would not pay the new taxes, and would also not accept the new administration. The insurgents created a committee with Zenel Gorlika as its leader. When the new Ottoman administration tried to gather the new taxes in KUC, the peasants went into open rebellion in July 1847. 500 men led by Zenel Gorlika marched toward Elvina and liberated the city. In a short period of time, the uprising expanded in all Vlora region, Chamiria, Permith and especially in Malakaster, where the local rebels were led by another notable local leader, Rapo Hekli. Isuf Bavrioni with its men attacked the rebels in the Malakaster area. The Ottoman forces were defeated, with Isuf and his brother being captured during the fighting and executed by the rebels. After that, Rapo Hekli and the Malakaster rebels attacked Berat, but having no artillery they could not capture the castle. They continued the siege without attacking the castle. At the same time, the rebels led by Gorlika and Selo Pikari defeated an Ottoman force coming from Ioannina. The Gorlika men also attacked Gjirokastra and kept its castle under siege. The port was alarmed by the news, and a relief force of 3,000 men under Shahin Bey Kosturi was sent from Thessaly against the rebels in Gjirokastra. But Kosturi and his Ottoman force were also defeated by the forces of Gorlika. Gorlika also tried to cooperate with the Greeks, and negotiated with the Greek government of Ioannis Koletas, but with little success. A new Ottoman army of 5,000 men was sent from Ioannina against Gorlika. With a force of 1,500 men, Gorlika was able to defeat again the Ottoman army yet again in the Battle of Dolan on 28 August 1847. At the same time, some 15,000 Ottoman forces under the Turkish Marshal Mehmet Reşit Pasha were sent from Manastir to relieve the siege of Berat. In Ohrid, an Ottoman force of 6,000 men was summoned. The Ottoman forces attacked the forces of Rapo Hekli based in the city of Berat, and at the same time the Turkish garrison in the castle attacked them from behind. Albanian forces left the siege and withdrew in Malakasti. From Berat, the Ottoman army tried to enter to the heart of the rebellion in the Kurvelish region. From the Kuc pass, where Gorlika forces were concentrated, they once again resisted the Ottoman forces. At the same time, other Ottoman forces attacked Kurvelish from the Mesaplik region, and another Ottoman column disembarked in the Himara region, encircling the forces of Gorlika. Even under these circumstances, Gorlika's men resisted. Seeing the tough resistance, Mehmed Reşit Pasha declared an amnesty and invited all the leaders to meet him in Julut village. Some 85 men who believed his words went to the place of meeting and were captured. After that, the organized resistance was no longer possible and Albanian forces were divided in small sector. Ottoman forces entered the regions of uprising and thousands of men were arrested and deported, whereas Rapo Hekli was sent to a prison in Manastir, where he was poisoned on December 30, 1847. Gorlica with a small group of fighters retreated to Greece, which ended the uprising.